Yes. Welcome, people. Welcome. Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another show. And tonight is set to be an interesting one. A lot of things to discuss. A lot of interesting action just took place in the 100 meters for both male and female. And boy, some people going to get beaten, while some are going to be on top of the world. So I encourage you guys as you jump on, just ensure that you like the video, subscribe, and do the right thing. And Albert, we're not going to start off with that. Absolutely not. We can't have good things going on and we're going to talk about losers. We don't do that over here, so don't do me that, fam. But before I get there, let me just bring on the man himself. Adrian, well done, brother.
I'm here. I'm ready to have this discussion.
Definitely.
First year.
And the man himself, Sir Kemar Wagwan. You're muted, fam.
Nah, I'm a paper for the brother, so I'm not there all night. But
all right, let's see how Just jump out and jump in back quick, because we're here on like a cockroach so things. So jump
Excuses on ducking start already. Wow.
But as I mentioned in the Adrian, Mr. Albert jump out and I talk about somebody else, and we not deal with losers over here. We talk about winners. We talk about brilliance. That is what we talk about over here. So before we get there, big up yourself, Albert. Big up yourself, Cadlan, Kish, Shemj, Owen, 007. Big up on yourself, man. So what better way to start off than just talk about how absolutely brilliant those females in the 100 meter looked, especially one Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. 10.70 seconds, not the best of starts, not the best of execution. I could say that she have a whole, well, I wouldn't say a whole lot, but she have more remaining in the tank. But that is where I'm going to start. Adrian, when you saw that race, what sort of mind frame were you in when you saw it?
Well, I want Kems to say it with us. Impressive Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Come on, let's say it together. Hey, Brethren, I'm talking to you. Let's say it together. Impressive Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Impressive Shelly-Ann Fraser. Come on, stubborn man. But anyhow, to be honest, and I've been watching track and field for a while, and runs management is very important. I would have never sent my athlete out there to run 10:70.
But Adrian, I think I'm not cutting for your time, but I don't think Shelly is going to show up for the final.
Right.
So I think this is just she not even show up for the semi-final. Probably she just get a little run. All right, let me use this as a little training session. Let me see where I'm at, and then keep the legs warm. Still keep people on notice, because if she come with the same strategy that she did, and then it turn on and burn up in her face at the Olympics, burn up in her face at Oregon, it not really look good. But that's our meeting.
So like. Then as me I say, I would have never sent my athlete out there to run that fast in a heat, especially an athlete of her caliber. So more than likely, and we even said it last night, more than likely she's not showing up for the finals. Or maybe, I think she will show up for the semifinals, because that was a terrible start, and maybe she want one more race in just to clean that up a little bit, right? She said, to show off her pretty nice. Well, anyhow, that was a massive heat time. Well, I don't expect her to do anything past the semifinals after running that fast, to be honest with you. So I think the box stops there.
All right, me personally, I have no problem with it, because as Ken's pointed out and as you just mentioned, I think this is just the only race that should be run. So why not? Let's show them and say, I'm still here and I can drop these bum ass times, and I'm still the woman. Probably she is trying to send that message. So I think that's about it in regards to the 100 meter for her at this championship, because she has nothing else to do.
Well,
so
what I will say though is that, and this is not, I'm not being, so let me preface my comments by saying I'm not being biased. I'm being extremely objective at this point, right?
He's coming to be biased, but continue.
Floyd Quarry, she actually wasn't going to show up for the 100. Mr. Quarry, good night, boss. I would have appreciated if she never showed up for the 100. I'm being honest. I don't like this. This is giving me cocky vibes. This is giving me show-off vibes. This is giving me too much about Shelly-Ann Fraser vibes. I don't like it. Listen, you have a bye in the 100 meters. Allow the other athletes who don't have the bye, who don't have that luxury that you have, to go ahead and compete. Why is it that you feel like you must? And this is my issue, Adrian. Why Shelly-Ann Fraser can't be my athlete? I think she lack a little bit of self-awareness. I just think I would never see Usain Bolt showing up in a race like this, knowing that he has already qualified for the World Championships. You would never see Usain Bolt. So this is just showing me that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is a little bit too much about Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, a little bit too much about her brand, a little bit too fantasize about herself. I don't like it, Adrian. I'm sorry.
So who should she be about then?
Huh?
Who, if Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce shouldn't be about Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, who should she be about?
Well, when I say she's a little bit too much about herself, again, she already has a bye in the 100 meters. Why are you showing up? I've never seen an athlete do this ever.
Is Elaine the Diamond League winner?
Yes.
So she could have sat out, right?
No, it's only one or the other. So you see,
it's one or the other. Okay.
And the world champion are the one way have the highest status.
I stand correct. Right.
And I guarantee you, if it was Elaine who had the bye, Elaine not showing up for the 100 meters. Why? What else is Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce? This is where I get into it, Adrian. And you tell me say you do psychology and all. So I want you help me out, Adrian. What is it that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is trying to prove at this juncture, already qualified, that she wants to come in the race and whatever, whether she run the heats alone, the semis, what is it that she's trying to prove? What is it that she's lacking?
She's not lacking anything, that's for one. Right? And like we said earlier, it's just to get another race under her belt.
When did she run the 10.6? Not just like 3 days ago, 4 days ago.
It matters not. We want to still show the world that we still got it.
All right. Kems, you point
sound like you're nervous.
Hold on.
Nervous, especially if this is 11:02. Continue, the fact.
All right. Kems, you point out that Zane, but do I remember, up until she ran the other day, remember, so she never run over a month in a farm. So this is her second race in a month. So what's the big deal?
Levon, what I'm saying is that, okay, let us look at it.
Yeah. And
we always say hindsight is 2020. Should Shelly-Ann Fraser go out there and run and pull a muscle or pull up something that 100 meters? You know the narrative today? Boy, this coach is an idiot. What kind of idiot coach that said him athlete out there when she already qualified? Like, listen, we have to listen, Shelly is not 25. Shelly up in at the age right now. We have to be smarter. We have to be more calculated about the decisions that we make. I know she wants to be boastful. I know she wants to say, yes, me already qualify, but hey, me still show people. I know she still have that Waterhouse kind of thing about her. I know.
Whoa, right? Don't do that. Don't do that, brother.
No. What
Waterhouse have to do with this?
Hello.
Well, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce would tell herself that she's from Waterhouse and she still have a Waterhouse attitude. I don't mind mouth it come out of her mouth, right? But with that being said, Adrian, I'm just saying that it come off a little bit too show off for me, and I just don't like it.
Let me ask you something.
James, you're jealous, man. Stop it. Stop going so.
Hold on.
You just don't like Shelly, point blank, period. The woman will go out there and show her fitness. It is what it is. Whether she show up for the finals or not, yes, she have the bye. Give her props. She'll go out there, do her thing.
Okay, let us go back to 1 year ago. And I'm going to show you why I have the problem with it. 1 year ago, when she was doing the Olympic trials, where you must run, when she did her interview, every single interview that she did, she was throwing word at the MVP camp, at Stephen Francis, at Elaine Thompson. Every single interview. Tell me that she's a fast finisher now. Tell me that don't worry, she's going to get this done. Don't worry, she's going to get that done. And then now again, she come forward and she's running in the heats. It is just seen that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is just a little bit too fascinated with herself, and it's going to blow up in her face at the World Championships.
Let me interject. Kadian, you know what really about them?
Yeah.
The fact that Shelly come run 10:70 looking easy. And Elaine was looking like she was pressing gas for that 11:02. That is what's bothering me. She looked like she was pressing gas.
Pressing gas?
No, Adrian. You go overboard this time.
All right, at least 70 meters out of that race, she was pressing.
No.
Adrian, me forgot
No,
say.
Adrian.
Maybe we're not seeing the same
I'm
rate.
wrong with you upon that one. Then Shelly looked like she put out more effort in a fair 100 than Elaine did. I'm not gonna lie to you. But actually sit down and watch the race, and Elaine looked like she put in a little less effort than Shelly did. The 10-7, I actually think is a little bit too fast for a first heat. Like go there, you run the first 50, 60 meters, and then you shut it down. Honestly, I think she went
She
hard
don't need to
the
do a
whole
fail.
entire
Remember
way.
that's only one race
She
she
did
probably
not
running
need to go that hard.
That's it.
Try
She's very-
this. Let me give you an analogy, and I know you will probably like this one. At St. George's College, you know we have a thing on here, mock exams, right?
Right.
Bro, you come with that?
And mock exams is we always had some students who show out in the mock exam. Them always 100, 99, 98. But when CXC come around, I was a boss. Oh my God. Oh boy. 2 subject, 3 subject. So that is the vibe Shelly-Ann Fraser giving me right now. This is the mock exam, and she's showing out. And when the CXC time and the Cape time come, she's going to falter like she did at the Olympics. That is just what I'm seeing.
Well, she didn't talk about
somebody.
champion.
Come on, though, Kems. You can't talk that. You can't make that analogy about someone that is
4 times
ace the exam. They always ace the exam. So why is it that you're going to bring that up now? Blow. Anyways,
The only way he will be happy is if after that final, Elaine run faster than 10:70. That's the only way I'm going to sleep for the rest of the weekend.
But I don't think I want to live on this. I mean, it was impressive, and as I mentioned, I don't think Shelly's going to come back for the finals or the semis for that matter of fact.
Yeah.
But there was another person in that race that actually looked really impressive, and I remember this one, and I told you guys that she's going to get that 4th spot. Talking about one Brenna Williams, 10.98, and she shut it down.
30 meters out.
I'm gonna agree with you upon that one day. She run a full race as well.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. Like I can't. You see, if they never get copyright, I bring it up on the screen right now. She shut that crap down.
She shut it down 30 meters out.
Shut it down 30 meters out. Which part? No.
Nobody's getting faster after 60 anyhow. So shutting it down after 30 means nothing.
She ran a full race. Because she was in Shelly's heat, right?
Yeah, she was in Shelly.
Yeah, she run down Shelly and Shelly pressed. She run down Shelly. She did not she never shut it down after 30. She ran that race.
I listen.
I don't agree with that. She shut it down at 30. No, she ran that race because she'd have run down Shelly.
See, here is Floyd.
Like she shut it down at 8.
Here is Floyd Corey. She shut down at 80. Yep, absolutely.
All right. Give me that. Give me 80 then. But
Well,
I don't agree with she shutting it down at 30.
No, I said 70. Like she shut it down with 30 to go.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Mr. Odian, I know you've been quiet, boss, but you know, I don't want to jump the gun, but I want you to tell me, I want to hear about Kevona when you have some time.
Hold on, man. Don't eat it, man.
No, I have the time now, sir. And I'm not hiding. And I'm not hiding. I was just drawing up the heats for tomorrow, the semi-final, based on how they qualify. Because there's a formula, you know. So Shericka going with Elaine.
So who and who?
Shericka, Elaine, and Kemba will be in one semi-final. Brianna, Fraser-Pryce, Sasha-Lee Forbes, Natalia White, and Burchell.
Shelly not turning up, man.
Well.
So isn't there gonna be 3 semis or it's just 2?
Two.
Two?
Top 3 from each, and then the next 2 fastest.
Okay.
Boy, Kemba Nelson in a lot of trouble. She's
Well, that's the heat of death because it's a heat of death because it seems like Stephen Francis would have adjusted how he tries to pick Natasha Morrison. Level 10 on the night is not bad for her.
All right, so actually, I have both semis. So let me just put it up on the screen.
They're out now?
Yeah, they're out. Give me a sec.
Make sure we see the goat. The goat need to get a good lane.
Not clear enough?
Yeah, very clear.
Oh, so I was spot on.
Janelle Smith, Krista Slowly, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, Brianna Williams, Sasha-Lee Forbes, Natalia White, Kevona Davis. Slow.
Perfect.
Watch it.
Oh, hold on. You know that you guys need to issue some, even though nothing has been won in the heats and all of that. No, content about this Ramona Birchall to beat Brianna. What the hell?
No, this Janelle Smith. All right, she gone. Slowly, well, you already see her name. So she gone.
My youth. Easy, man.
So out of the first semifinals, I like Brianna.
Definitely.
Obviously, if Shelly show up, Shelly will be there. And then the third one, obviously, I would go with Sasha Lee Forbes.
What time is the run tomorrow?
6 p.m. That's the time that they have on it.
Okay.
And semi-final one is just blah.
Yeah, I'm kind of so like we'll move to the semis now, Levon. I'm really kind of disappointed with Kevona, right? And listen,
Why?
Hold on a sec, Kims. Hold on a sec before we talk about it.
Why are you disappointed with Kevona?
Hold on. We talk about two of the people that we expect to actually get there, but let's start.
5 people going through from semi-final 2. 5.
But hold on a sec. 56 people on the stream right now. Come on, man. Like up the stream, man. I don't think the likes match up, and ensure it's on the subscribe, man. Do the right thing. But yeah, let's talk about how impressive Shericka Jackson actually looked as well. Man.
Yeah. I liked her heat.
Yeah, she did. But
Kristen, your mute boss.
Don't know what you would expect different from Shericka. Normally, that's what they expect in the heat. That's why it's a consensus that we know that Shelly not coming back. It must be. It's a consensus. There is no way an experienced person like Shelly run her heats like that. Like we never seen that before. She too experienced to do that.
It seems that the J3 is even purposefully not see there in lane 4. I don't want that lane to be blank. I was wondering why she's in lane 3.
It's a consensus. Even if she come back for the semi-final, she's not coming back for the final. It don't look that way. Like you don't run a race like that.
Okay.
Facts. But all right.
But all in all, I'll say though. Okay, go ahead.
No, man. You go ahead, man.
Talk about her, but you did not raise a question. Is that you expect me to talk about her performance just now?
No, you were going to say something, man. That's why I was going to allow you to just go ahead. I was just going to mention something about her.
No, man, go ahead.
All right, so yeah, she ran 11.41, looked absolutely awful, yeah. But I think people are looking at the fact that she has run a staggering 47 races this season. That's crazy, fam.
No.
Our legs are under pressure.
That's who, Kevona?
Yeah.
Our legs are under pressure. She just come out of the collegiate season too.
Why is she okay? So answer me this, and this is where we have to be honest and authentic on this platform. If she has run 47 races throughout the season, she knows that it is a 99% chance she cannot make the team. Why is she there?
The trip.
I explained that to you last night. I explained that to you last night.
It's not going to happen overnight. Let's come.
Everybody. Kems, most of the athletes that you see come from overseas from college, they get a free trip to come and spend vacation because them coming to a trials, them coming to the track and field. So some people, I highlighted that here, so some people don't even have a time where we have to come out of them eats. Even if for me, even if them are run against some people from high school, I'm not coming out of the eats. But them come. It's but not she alone. You have people who come to the trials who don't even run at the end the NCAA this year, but then just come. It's not them come to. She obviously it would be a bonus if she make it, but she know that she peak for the 100 and 200 at national championships for college in the US, and that is it. Kems, don't beat her, man.
She gets
she's not professional. Yeah.
And she not for pay for the ticket. You know, no one doesn't have the money to be able to buy the ticket to come back home. Kems, you're gonna provide the ticket for her?
Oh, okay. No, I just Chrislyn just explained it to me. I didn't know. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
look for
Don't
them.
beat
Look
her,
for them.
man.
Remember,
Like,
say the stipend when them get for school, barely make anything at all,
and Levon point out the critical point. She run after and Adrian made the point last night. Adrian did make the point last night that he didn't expect much from her because of her season, her long season. She double. She peaked for the collegiate championship the other day. She didn't peak for this.
Yeah.
So most of who running now, like Kemba them didn't double up at the NCAA. Kemba coach had this in his mind, knowing that she can make a Jamaica team.
So help me out, Chrislyn. She said that I can't really remember. So just help me out. She said she peaked for the NCAA championships. What was the time there?
What you mean? What was her time?
What was her time in the 100 meter? Because I know
Coach Quarries is trying to get on the feed. I'm not sure if
it was faster than what
I
she
can
just
jump
went
off
in
and
the
him
East
can
End.
jump on.
No man. We can have up to 10 persons, man. Coach
Eh?
Quarry.
Yeah, we can all up to
come
10
on,
person,
Quarry.
man. Once he can jump on, he can come on.
by the way, I invited Kate Green, Glenn Mills fanboy,
Yeah, but specifically want
former
to
racer
man we
athlete.
talk. I specifically want to take on the man we talked last night about Johan Blake and Johan Blake and the team. You must talk like that to the brother. Hey, when a man do a sport and it's his livelihood and he's contributing in a positive way, whether I'm doing good or bad, I have to allow the man time, the man perform. And the man attack
Still not want him on the team.
specifically you strive.
Yeah,
Specifically.
don't jump the gun. We'll eventually get there, but don't jump.
Yeah, man, we
don't
just want, man, go on, all right, me wait, because strides are you, me comfort you,
Why me? What me do?
You are going to talk about Brianna not making the team and this and that, and I tell you, she has
all right, go ahead,
experience.
man. Talk to him about it. But all right, hold on. Hear what?
I go and wait.
Yeah, man. Odian has been relatively quiet, so now it's his time to go ahead. Odian, go ahead.
Answer Kems about Kevona. That was a big question posed here.
Odian, I just want to know.
Not hearing you guys.
All right, jump out and jump in back.
Sign out and sign back in. Yeah. So this is my thing again. Chris Lynch. Again, thank you for that information because I really didn't know. But when I watched Kevona race just now, I think people were more talking about the matchup between she and Ashanti more because remember that COVID season when we were supposed to see them face off in Class 1, champs got cancelled, so we never get to see that. But I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. The semifinals is her ceiling. She making the semifinals. That is happiness. That is happiness for her. So that's what I have to say about Kevona. But Odian, you can go ahead.
Yes. Well, it's not over yet. All I said, she's gonna make the final. That's it.
Yeah,
Kevona?
I hope you have all of the predictions from last night,
Yes, I do.
A big leather belt, when I'm ready for beating, I don't care who the guy.
Hold on. He said Kevona gonna make the finals?
That's what he said.
And I tried to tell him no, sir. I
He
tried
said
to tell
that
him
from last night.
NCAA has drained her.
I don't
want to
believe
make
he's gonna make the
the
finals.
finals. Me eat my cell phone.
Okay.
I eat my
That's
cell
two
phone.
cell phones that's going to eat.
Probably you guys are gonna come tomorrow to say that she made the semifinal because Fraser-Pryce doesn't turn up.
We want some realistic things for people to do. We want some realistic things, like eat the telephone, you're not going to do that. So we don't want nobody saying eat the telephone. We want some realistic things.
No man, she's not making the
Something that you would do if it happened.
Yeah.
That's more fun. That's more fun. Because nobody going to eat your telephone.
We're gonna make him run around Oklahoma naked.
That's just being dramatic, but she can't make the final.
Why?
Yeah, but let's do something fun. If you want to go out there and put your head on the block, let's do something fun, man.
It's not happening. Like the man was saying, Johan done, and Johan make the final. And you strive, Sabrina, she now do not. You see, you start 10-year chang run.
Who said? You said she's going to run 10 years.
Yeah.
What is it?
You said she's not making the team, sir.
I see a 10-9-4 for Brianna in the finals, but I don't see a 10-8.
All of them girl there.
I don't see a 10-8 for Brianna.
She going to run.
Sorry.
Good conditions, 10 years.
I agree. She's gonna run 10.8.
Good
And Nelson too.
But it depends
Let
on
me
See it. But I could
And
be wrong.
and who's
guys,
the run 9.6. Yeah, one man is crazy. You don't know who is Glenn Mills?
Okay, we're not there yet.
Okay. I want to know if you know who is Mills.
Fun boy. Yeah, okay, Mr. Fun Boy.
All right. Mr. Quarry,
Big coach in the building. Wow, we're graced by immaculate concepts and big
Yeah.
coach. But this is impressive.
Greetings.
all right.
I'm loving the conversation and I'm loving the narratives. I am disappointed with some of the analysis. I'm hearing a lot of the hate speeches, Shelly. You get I just sum it up to one thing. You really don't like Shelly. So and that is where that is.
All right.
call him out.
Yeah.
All right, so Quarry. All
Yeah.
right, Quarry. On a very serious note now, we have a reason objectively to the thing. All right. You are a coach. You're an established coach. Your name is out there. You have an athlete of this caliber, where
Right.
we know that from the championship start, we see people pulling up in the championships. We see some injuries in the championship. You have an athlete who is older. What is the purpose out there
So,
for Shelly
all
to
right.
out there and run?
So understand that people getting injured at a championship is not something in the air, it's not a disease, it's not a sickness. It is
Sure.
based on your own preparation and your own ability in terms of where you've been and how you feel on the day. So other people pulling up have nothing to do with anybody
Okay.
else.
Fair.
Right? So it not related at all.
Fair.
So
Beat him, coach. Beat him.
if she go out there for compete, she going to compete. And I know everybody like, why run that fast so early? Why think all right? So and she's a seasoned and so established. One of the things you have to look at also in me looking at Shelly. Shelly is a veteran. Shelly is 34. Shelly have Olympic medals, have World Championship medals. She's not lacking in that department. If you have listened to Shelly in terms of her interviews and stuff this season, her main focus is times. She is running for time.
Oh,
Every
the
time
national
you see she go
record,
out
the
there,
world record.
the world record. That is where her hunt is. She wants to improve on the time. So every time you notice she goes out there, she runs 10.6.7 twice and 10.7.0. So the coaches and like pro athletes have a rule of thumb that they call averages in terms of your average for the season. So right now, Shelly's average for 100 is at like 10.6.8. So every time you go out there to run, you need to be at least 10.6.8. There.
Okay.
All right. So she coming out there. Yes, she might not show up for the finals. She might show up for the finals. Yeah, running 10.7.0 with a bad start, not the typical Shelly start. You actually see where she put some effort going. She's a little bit relaxed towards the line. She running a little different now, so it's hard to kind of tell when she kind of cruising or not. Of course, she could have gone through around 10.9 or not put whatever, but her aim is that she already have a free pass. So her aim is really not to win the championship to make the team. Right? She go there to run in times. I think the main push for her in terms of where she wants to probably make the team is probably for the 200. And that's still a toss-up because at the end of the day, I think the realization between herself and her coach is that her 200s have been helping her 100s. As she improved in the 200, her 100s have drastically improved. And for me, I just think she just won 10 times.
Okay.
Expert advice.
James, let me also add to coach why I don't necessarily disagree, why I don't necessarily agreeing with you with Fraser-Pryce. Remember that she also started out her season running very sparingly, so maybe now it's just the time for her to get active. She was not running a lot on the circuit early on.
She doesn't. And with just 3-way, and that would answer to the question about her age. Clearly, she's not going to be running every meet or 10 meets or 20 races for the season. And then after World Champs, she probably should do 2 more based on how her time didn't stay. She feel like she can't get the time. If you paid attention to Elaine after World Championships, She went right into. She ran like about 3-4 meets consecutive back to back because she was in shape. So Frano put her out there to say, get the times. You're feeling good. You're in the shape of your life. That is where you maximize it. You can't when you're in world record shape or you feel like you're in that spot. It don't make sense to say, all right, wait. No, that is when you have it. You take it this one.
Floyd, what people don't understand. I don't understand how people questioning Coach Walcott. As good as Frano is, and you have to give Frano credit, Coach Walcott has done with Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce that Frano wasn't able to do. She ran 10-6 thrice last season, 3 times, right?
And she got into her.
She's running at the trials, but there's a reason. People don't.
There is a reason.
Shelly run 10-6, right? Twice.
And just as a lot of people don't know that Coach Walcott is an understudy of Frano. He's been with Frano for about 10 years prior to stepping out on his own. So he is himself an evil genius. He's a nerd when it comes to track and field.
Right.
So he's very particular.
I'm 100% sure that Shelly has not run none of her 10-6 under pressure.
No.
What is the reason why she's running at the trials? Is that strategic and a tactical move. So you have to understand before you even say a fool. You have to understand the sport. Like how Fly is a tactical reason. And she'll go run again.
So she probably, I tell you, because based on the conversation I heard, she was not supposed to, she was not into, there was no big intent to, like after the last 10, well, before she ran the last race to run the 100 at trials, the main focus was the 200. But she said, well, she's not sure the 100 or whatever. And I think it's based on, I guess whatever happened in training and, she and her coach discussion. That's it. All right, fine, So from I see she show up, I was expecting to see her empty lane. So from I see her show up, all right, you come, she's showing up to run.
Walcott said that. He said she a double and him know why he said that.
You know why I do that.
All right, so
I
have a question, Corey, because it's not very often, we get you on this platform in the bar. So when I get you, I have to use you, right? So
yeah, with celebrity, first real celebrity.
so the other night, Corey, we were having a conversation. Like Elaine is my sprinter. It's just a sprinter I love based off our story. How she came up into the sport and where she's at, right? However, I have often said on this platform, I am worried, I am scared. Leaving Frano, going to the other side, there's a level of uncertainty, there's a level of unknown that I don't know, and I'm scared about, right? Beating my chest, Elaine. Can you give me some confidence that Elaine will be out there showing up in the World Championships?
Won't give you any.
So there's a rule of thumb. There's a general rule in the air about athletes that leave Frano. When they leave Frano, they have 2 years of residue from the work that Frano put in before a change happens. So she still has some of that. And I think she coached in the hands of her husband now. And as a professional athlete, a lot of athletes, they have their diaries and stuff. So, they will log in terms of what they did on the day and how they perform and stuff. So it's just a matter of visiting, those information and, putting analysis in and kind of weighing and stuff. It is very normal and natural to be like, boy, I don't know nothing about the coach, don't know if him can think that, because Frano and Mills are the masters of getting athletes ready at the right time. Right, so they are masters of timing. So for Elaine, my concern is the same as you, is that will she get the timing right? So far, she's not standing out, which is fine, but she's right there. And which is exactly where, kind of where she was last season. As she wasn't punching the big times before trials, even lost at the trials in both events, and then showed up big time at the championships. So to give you confidence, you're following the same trajectory.
Okay. All right.
To take away confidence is not with the same coach.
Right. If Elaine had come to you, people would have said the same thing. But one of the things I want people to understand is that track and field is no longer limited to just 2 or 3 coaches. People are learning their craft and people are developing their craft. So coaches applied, you'll see him in maybe another year or two with an Olympic athlete, because people are learning the sports and developing the sport. So Jamaica itself have no great coaches. Just look at the men today overall. It wasn't the racers. Everybody are shining.
Yeah.
So people have
Yeah, and that is a good point, because what you find and what it does actually is that you realize that in Jamaica you're not limited to Frano, you're not limited to men.
Exactly.
Right?
And Elaine, as an athlete, them learn too. They work.
Yeah, they've learned.
They know what to tell the coach. Listen, I did this, I did that. So Elaine is going to run well for the next 5 years. Trust me. And Shelly to continue. She's going to run well because people learn the craft and people. Jamaica itself is expanding, so it's no longer.
And this is what Jamaica needed in terms of where you have this depth of coaches now.
People try.
Right, so you have, even because Titan is the thing that Freitas and Gregory is doing a great job with Titan,
exactly.
Kemar and Johan. So that is exceptionally well. You have Walcott, and you have your Mills and the Franos, and then you have the development of the Legacy Track Club.
And the Maurice Wilson of this world with Sasha Lee.
And the Maurice Wilson, exactly, and the Maurice Wilson. So there is a wealth of coaches, and then you have to talk about the Dykes, the coach Dykes, the high school coaches, the retired Clarkey and stuff. So there are really wealth of coaches now, intelligent and properly trained coaches, not just take up themselves and set up coach.
But Corey, both Corey and Cade, we also have to face the fact that as a people, we like a particular comfort zone, and we also like accomplishments, we like achievements. So we tend to go to the person who has been there, who has done that, right? So as a Glenn Mills, okay, Glenn Mills had a Usain Bolt, Glenn Mills had a Johan Blake, right? As a Frano had a Shelly, Frano had a Elaine. So we tend to gravitate to those persons who have done things. However, when now you hear about, for example, Elaine husband now, he could have been, he can turn out to be an outstanding coach. But
he's been coaching for a long time.
But guess what? Does he have any quote-unquote world-beater athlete?
No, but I have seen where he has brought athletes from nothing. There's a guy who's seen the 200, Andel Newell, I think, that he really, a man running from 22, he brought him down to like sub 21. You get me? So he knows the sport because he was a 4-hurdler in college. He's been coaching for about a couple of years with Cameron Blazers, right? And then now support with him with the work and stuff. So
I'll give you an example. There's an athlete, you know Ricardo Cunningham, right? Ricardo Cunningham was a cop like myself, and that man don't know nothing about hurdling. He run and jump over. Him jump over hurdle like a madman, right? And him fly right just up on the line, took him to the world champion. As a nobody, took him to the world champion. I'm saying that to say that people are developing their craft. And Ricardo went to the world championship. I see him fly right just to coach him, right? So people have to give people time and allow them to develop. So
Jamaica don't spoil. Jamaican spoil. So I live to see the day. I remember stop at a pharmacy, Diamond League go on, and I watch Bolt run 100 and Bolt must run 97, and everybody in the pharmacy kiss them teeth. Yo, I'm not brought no record. Yo, I'm wash up. Man, say yo, no. You get me? So as a nation, we like that. So if you're not there, so all the time you're 100 race, lose one and see how them drop.
I hear someone run 9.5 years. Somebody else run faster.
Exactly.
Oh, yes, sir, Chris Lynn.
James, I remember I explained that time thing here about entertainment. You see the same thing I just said?
Yep.
Them not enjoy the race, They don't look for a fast time, and if the fast time don't come, the race they can go put up.
Yeah, they can go put that up.
That's entertainment for them, the time.
It's like yeah, I'm a win. No business is a win. You never brought the record.
Alright, stepping apart from that, quick question before I get into the main. Answer it, White. Who was the coach of it?
Yes.
He was at Racers.
Yeah, answer was at Racers.
Racers and Camper, the assistant coach. Where name fly?
Not okay. Oh no, I don't know you're talking.
Him good.
Yeah, man, I forget his name. Oh crap.
Asham.
Shan.
That's who
Chad.
was the coach. He's a good coach too.
Yeah, man, excellent coach.
Excellent coach.
Excellent coach.
All right, so you're what? I'm just going to get it from each of you respectively. I want you guys to name the 8 finalists for the female 100 meter tomorrow before I get to the male. So, Adrian, I'm gonna start with you.
So wait, was the list from last night?
Nope.
Remember what time things change, so you have to work with time.
No, not change. Man, need to stick to them word. Because man talk about Kevona Davis need to stick to him word.
No, I said my 8 finalists already. Shakora Wallace, Kevona Davis, Elaine Thompson, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Let me just go through E2 first quickly because these are 5 persons coming through from this. Shericka Jackson, Elaine Thompson, Kemba Nelson, Shakora Wallace, and from Heat 1, Fraser-Pryce, Brenna Williams, Natalia White, Kevona Davis.
All right, you know what? I'm just going to stick by it. You know why? Man need to get belt buckle, man. So man,
they need to get them beat, man.
All right, in terms of what we saw in those heats, who look the best? Otherwise, I'm Shelly. Remove Shelly out of the equation because Shelly already has the bias.
Shericka, without a doubt, man.
Shericka Jackson.
Shericka Jackson, without a doubt. She was literally walking.
Yeah, I said Shericka, then I said Brianna.
Yeah.
When I say who look the best, do we mean? I don't understand it. Like, who would think they're gonna win the race or what? When say who look the best?
No, I guess who look
Because
impressive.
anybody can look.
Who have more stealing? Who have more stealing? Who have more?
So you can know
I personally think Ilian not losing. So I don't know. I don't know. When you say who think
the man
look the
asks
best
for your
and all of that.
opinion.
Are your opinion?
That man asks for your opinion, so so then of course Elaine not the best to you.
I was impressed with Brianna because she tried to run down Shelly. She used so much experience and stopped run from about 80 meters. Yeah, that's smart. Don't run down Shelly because you're dead.
Yeah, she like get her PB and blow for tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
I know she can repeat.
Shelly alone, a big
Can
one.
repeat that.
Big horse.
All right.
Wait, stick up in. You said, hold on, sorry, Levon. Coach Q, you said she cannot repeat if she had gotten a PB.
If she ran and got that 10-8 today, I don't see Brianna repeating that tomorrow.
Oh, okay, but she not get 10-8 anyway in my books.
If she ran straight today, she'll get it. Or a 10-9 low.
She'll get it, man.
She'll be on states.
Our start is impressive. Our start off Shelly. You see, I start almost 2 off Shelly race. That's why
Adrian.
Out there, Shelly need these races.
Listen though, Adrian. So tomorrow after the final, you're going to come here and tell me, Kim, sorry. But tell that she's going to get that 4th spot.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to be sorry for him. I'm going to be sorry for him.
Also, the advantage that Brenna Williams will have tomorrow, she will be easy in qualifying. The semi that she's in can allow that. Kemba, Shericka, Elaine, Natasha, Shakur, it's too hot for them to slow it down. Brenna will yeah.
But I think in the finals, 4th place is a hardest position to pick.
Yeah, it's very
4th place. It's a cluster.
Yeah.
As I said, I think like when somebody mentioned Kevona earlier, I honestly think for that last heat, the fast start, stopping it at 50 meters was a big throw off.
Right.
It threw off the entire race.
Yeah. Kevona look a little heavy.
Yeah, well, she looked like she under load. She don't look as light as when she ran the needed 10 meters.
The running, even not compare the running because they run 50 meters before, but structure wise, she never look like.
It's weird because like majority of the top sprint is the same way. Take the look the other sprinter Alfred, the Texas. So it could be just the program in terms of how the program. Yeah. So they come off a little bit more bulky and heavy for them carry. So I think she was just a little bit tight because with the first run coming out of the blocks, she and Ashanti was out there. Bertrand never ever reached out. But I think the callback, I know once it callback, some people refocus, some people get thrown off.
Hey, what was Mr. Watts thinking? Why did he took so long to call a race back fly? Give us some insight.
Boy, there have been a lot of questions about the starters.
Mr.
and
Ludlow wants to give up that thing now because
I know Ludlow always have some issues.
I prefer Mr. Powell.
From
Mr. Powell is the real man.
yeah, what Mr.
Alright,
Powell,
but the thing that I
now
put
working
across.
Mr. Powell now.
All right, so what I put across was that since as you knew that she was the one that first started, why not just allow the race to run, and when the race was finished, you just DQ her, simple.
No,
Instead of
but
calling
IWF rules.
yeah, but
Yeah,
all right, remember what I'm trying to bring across now. Why wait until the race reaches at least 60 to 70
Because
meters?
I don't know. It could be. I think what normally happens, because I think with the electric gun, it's hard to pull back. If there's not a beep, it's hard to pull back in terms of to get another shot. So it would have to be the supporting starters who would have to fire like the actual gun for the athletes to hear. And I think what probably is just that they never relayed the information to, the second starter, the support starter.
I thought it's a human error. I think it's more of a human error though. Because why you make the race get 50 meters before? I just think Ludlow was in for go a long time still. I just think he fell asleep.
Yeah. And just like before, yes, a couple of years, was it the men, the last heat for the men when they changed the settings for the starter to the pool settings? So the pool starts, so instead of hearing the bang,
In the Akeem Blake race.
yeah,
In the Akeem Blake race.
yeah. So, yeah,
Dead last, yo.
yeah.
But we currently have a lot of viewers and mean people. Make sure to like up the thing and subscribe to the channel, man. Do the right thing. And moderators, realize I'm not doing the job enough, so it seems that many need to revoke on the moderator license. So, yeah. But let's look over to the men because yearly it has been years that we have been beating them day in, day out. But now realize that we have 121-year-old running 9.86, a 20-year running 9.95, and another 20-year-old that Odiana and I spoke about last night. One Conroy Jones, 10-second flat.
Definitely.
If I may go first.
Go.
Take it.
Let me tell you, gentlemen, let me say something. You might not like what I'm about to say, but it's the truth. All those men out there, they went out there and ran batshit crazy just to make the semifinals. They know that they had to put the best foot forward to move on to the next round. And in the next round, they probably repeat the time, but they're not getting much faster. I can guarantee you that. Most of those guys that you see, except for two, actually, there's two that surprised me. Last night you asked a question. You said, who is an upsetter or who do you see that might break through the mold? And I never really want to mention this young man's name because he disrespects St. George's College. But Jelani Walker actually look impressive.
Well,
impressive. But I never mentioned him last time because him
Adrian,
Before they get to deeper, let me just point out too. Tajay Gill 10.13 PB.
okay.
Good running.
From 10:37.
Good running. He's gonna be at the end in the long
Kems, go ahead.
No, but I was telling Stridex, say, it's always going to be blue power. No matter what Jelani Walker decides to do with his personal life or his own personal development, I believe that, once a Georgian, always a Georgian, no matter which direction you take.
Tell him that brother the kind down here.
Negative. Gentlemen, kid leave St. George's College from second form, them kick him out, them go to Calabar. Them not a Georgian.
Correct.
But Stridex, as it relates to Jelani Walker, if we'll be honest, do you think if he had stayed at George's, he would have been where he is today? Honest.
No, come on.
All right. All right.
That's a different conversation.
Leave that for champs. Leave that for champs time, Ken.
Yeah.
Kemar Bailey Cole looks impressive as well, gentlemen.
You guys asked about the upset making the final. I said it.
Right.
From Bailey Cole block me, him start perform. As him block me so him start perform.
Well, I mean, I tell you, is there anybody on this blog that with Bailey Cole, with the exception of me and Fly?
What's that question?
I said, is there anybody on this chat right now that is not in war with Bailey Cole, with the exception of me and Fly?
We never know what we're doing.
Well, not argument to that, brother. I'm telling you.
Fly look like him avoid them things, man.
With nobody.
All right. I think Adrian mentioned something earlier. Read the 100-meter men. Let me tell you why I would agree with him to a certain extent, though. Because of the lack of quality early season. All of them are unsure where they are relative to each other, and they don't want to gamble. So they just have to run. Yeah.
And that's a fair thing. I think they have to go out there and run. It would be a good confidence boost for them. So, contrary to more, they might not be able to.
I don't know. I just think that the only two people I saw that didn't run hard was
Jelani Walker. And I'm pretty sure they will come out tomorrow with blood in them eyes and say, "Yeah, man, if I'm this good, I feel this good now." Then
Who is the two person that you see in the run?
Seville didn't even try.
No, Seville is a class by himself.
On about 75, 80 meters. And him, it's hard to tell when he's not all out. And who else? There's one other athlete. There's three people actually I see didn't go all the way out, but everybody else was just buck.
What about your boy? What about your boy, Johan Blake?
Johan run.
Johan needed to run because he had been having bad races before. So this again is where, as athletes, especially as a seasoned professional athlete, sometimes yes, it might be the heats, but yeah, you have good conditions. You need to get a good time in. You just run.
All right,
run, get there, and then you worry about whatever else after that.
All right, so kid, as a jump on, you are allowed to speak. You're ready for show chat off on me. So yeah, you and Blake time now. Seeing, ask you a question. Last year trials. Hold on. At last year trials, what time did you and Blake run in the heats?
Last year, 10-1 in on the heat.
Okay.
My memory serves me right.
Reason I ask you, haven't we seen you and done this before?
Madman.
And coming to the final, what happened? The man like taekwondo tracer walk up his skin.
He flopped.
You're chipping in enough, fam.
No, you must say him flop. You must say Johan flop.
He flopped pretty much.
Okay. So what is there? What's wrong with it? I said.
There's not three people. You really think three people on that thing gonna beat and the 100 gonna beat him? I don't think.
Yes, man. Conrad Jones to beat him.
No, sir. No, sir.
There's
think
not people gonna beat him.
I think that is more of a respectfully a wishful statement. Because Conrad run 10-0, but his 10-0 wasn't like all right, him cruise through the line and him run the line.
He run hard.
He run and buck. Yeah, and like literally dip into the line and run 10-0. So
all right, so you want to bring across the same argument that you guys made about Kevona. Remember that these guys started the race around what? It was 3 different times they had to do whatever before the race kicked off. So they played a part.
And that's what I was just about to get to. I said, I give him as far as 995.
Yeah, I think Akeem Blake would have had a slightly easier run had it not been also for the bad start. I think his start was off.
Yeah, so him do a lot of work. He rushed his pace, which is why when you see him get up and him reaching top speed too early, so like him start get tense. So cause him literally in panic at the start and rush through, but luckily get through. So I think once him coaches, his handlers talk to him, and will come to a little bit more comfortable, and we have a better more sane start at the line. It should be fine.
All right, so as I can see on this graphic, Michael Campbell, I think that's a PB for him as well. There's a couple of the PBs in the event as well, and Murphy was
Washington Bailey.
Washington Bailey did the PB, and Jazzy Murphy was 100th of a second outside of his PB. So
5 people from Heat 2 again for this one.
Wow.
Going in the final.
5 from Heat 2.
From Heat 2. Well, Bailey Cole, Jelani Walker, Conrad Jones, Oblique Seville, and Nigel Ellis.
Odian.
What happened to the champion, young gentleman? What happened to the champion last year? Anybody want to talk about last year's champion? The big disappointment. Yeah. Taekwondo.
Listen, he hasn't been running in it. I was surprised him short because I think the last time he ran 10-4.
After seeing the young guns turning up, you can't really turn your back and look
that's
back at
true.
what was taking place. Too much good performances at least for today in terms of the men. I think we get a lot that we didn't expect from the young men today. I don't even want to look at Taekwondo and Kemar Bailey Cole and others. Because Conrad Jones turn up, Hakeem Blake turn up, Seville looking left, looking right, looking behind him. 998. The man is a favorite at the World Championships right now.
Of course.
As we speak, just because of that performance.
Hold on. No. Yo, make us stop the foolishness now.
There's nothing wrong with this statement.
There's nothing wrong with that statement. That's a bold statement.
And this is not just by Jamaicans. This is worldwide.
Okay, but
he is considered a favorite.
Let us not forget that Fred Curley just run 9.8.
Fred Curley not run nothing more than the
That's Fred Curley. That's fine. But that doesn't mean that means Fred Curley is also a contender. You can always come favorites in.
But Chris Lynch is telling me or telling the people that Oblique Seville is a favorite.
Yes.
Not a finalist.
A favorite.
You can have more than one favorite. Favorite can be a contender. You can have more than one favorite.
All right. So listen now. So if Oblique go around 9-7 in the finals tomorrow, you still think he won't be a favorite?
Well, that is it, Corey. That is yet to see. But what I'm seeing right
now, he's the third fastest man in the world. That puts him in a position where, if you look at it as standard right now, he's one of 3 persons.
The young man was trying not to run fast today, basically. The man look behind him, he might look left, him trying not to run. Like, it's the speed of gateway, and he might try hold it, and him cannot hold it.
And let me tell
you, the man basically don't want to run, brother.
There is tactics. Have you ever noticed the fact that Seville has not run outside of Jamaican side?
Yes, sir.
Except for when he went to the Olympics last year. If after him run the 9-8, you haven't seen him anywhere.
Exactly.
And Katie, you know this. You see when Mills see somebody and say, yeah. Yeah, man. And him say, yeah.
I spoke.
Yeah, and again, as I mentioned before, Mills and Frano are the masters of timing, like getting athletes to run fast at the right time. And because even with the 9.85 that he read from Mills' comment was, he could go faster. Just need to fix this or whatever.
Fly.
And he will run faster.
The Olympics last year, right? I spoke to Mills about Seville, and he said that he was disappointed that Seville didn't go for a person.
Exactly.
Because they didn't train last year. They missed some weeks of training due to COVID. And so at the Olympics, him just want him to go run heats, run your personal best, and don't care what happened after, because he knew the condition of the athlete.
Conditions,
so he run 9-9 from last year. But because him could repeat him, drag him heats, and him couldn't repeat in 9-7, the coach know what do. So right now, this athlete, if the coach them all run 9-6, you can carry him on still. The coach
and he looks exceptional.
So Glenn Mills said that he's going to run 9.6. So you guys are telling me that you are taking that 9.6 to the bank?
Yes, sir. Right to the bank. 9.7, 9.6, right to the bank. I'll take 9.7 too. It's bold, but yeah.
I personally tonight said that he run 9.7 in the finals.
Yes.
This national trials?
This national trials, I'd say he run 9.7.
Provided the weather is good and the conditions are right.
And it should be. I think we might get some rainfall tomorrow, which will, once our track wet.
Yep.
Problem.
I'm not changing the time I have written down for Oblique Seville. 9:77 on the clock downstairs.
And what also factor in as well is that on commentary, I don't remember if it was Hubert who said it, that Glenn Mills himself came out and said that what he likes about Oblique is that anytime of the day and call that man and say ready, the man ready. It doesn't matter at what point in time. And only man the man ever said this thing about was Bolt.
So, no, and Bolt not half as disciplined as Oblique.
As Oblique.
Listen, Oblique doesn't have a social life. Oblique is training.
Yeah.
Training. Yeah. Humbly. And his aim is just every time he go out there, he's not to put on a street plus one get better as best as he can.
And people have to remember, 10.13 is nothing to scoff at as a high school athlete. That's his base. 10.13 never burn out a Calabar. So
I had a conversation with Michael Clark, and he said he couldn't push Oblique at Calabar because naturally the case we've seen it with the O'Haras and the sprinters that would run the 4x4s as well as the other relays for the sake of points. He said he couldn't do that with Oblique because one, Oblique has such high turnover rate that it would be literally you have to make him cool down. It's like you have a car that just when it go out there just rev. So you can't rev it all the time because you don't want the engine, you don't want the car fall apart because the engine too big for the car.
Yeah, you could tell that something was special with Oblique. I went to see some track meets when he did that last year at Calabar, and every Calabar athlete was basically, it's like he was a god. It's like something was happening in training with Oblique that Michael Stevens, Tyreek Wilson, all of them basically see him as a god. Like there was something happening with Oblique in training that they believe that he would have basically become what he is right now. They believe that he was talented.
And as you just mentioned, yes, a Calabar man backing up the statement. Rash Kelly saying that, that him said.
I want that record that is on what the British man name? But the British man name have just high school record right now.
Zarnell used.
Get Zarnell record at champs, and he was what 100 or second half, right?
Yeah, that's 100 off.
Yeah, 10-1.
It would have looked better on him still. No disrespect to Zarnell, but it would have looked better on Oblique.
Yeah, it would have. But it was just a matter, I guess, timing and
executions and everything.
Execution and the day. But I'm not good. No good.
Well, I'll be taking that, Mr. Green.
Take it to the bank. Take it to the bank.
If I lose my money,
take it to the bank. I didn't give you a time still on us. 9796.
Yeah, I'll go.
I am not.
Definitely stop 98.
Yeah,
I am not one to bet on time, but I will take Oblique at the World Championships. Right now, I wish I could tell how much them selling him for. Because right now, he's a dark horse, and I would buy Oblique. I don't know the time because times are condition based and all of that. But right now, I am taking Oblique against.
So you would buy Seville to win that 100 meter
against the field. Seville against the field, brother.
I'm not pressure the man, but me about
I will make that statement after I say how I'm handling the finals.
Yes, Fly.
Yeah, I really need to see him. At round, because this is the perfect test.
Yeah,
this is a good test for him. Coming from round, because
the difference here is that he will have somebody with him at 70 meters.
Cool.
Yeah.
He
will have Blake, he will have Akeem. Once he running sub 10, you'll be with him at 70 meters.
Negative, coach. Negative.
Once you're running sub 10, you'll be negative.
He will blow the field away.
Then it's 9-6 am I run.
No pressure, man. No pressure.
Well, it should be, I think, and I was very impressed with like looking at the times qualifying from it made me feel proud in terms of saying, this is what Jamaica sprinting should be on the men's side, because I've missed seeing men compete at a high level in Jamaica. We've always get it from the females and so, but seeing so many, guys running 10 O's and the sub 10s in the first round, make it look good, like we say. All right, yeah. So we're actually not lost because we're surviving the Bulls collapse. You get me? And we see the Oblique, we see the Akeems, and we see the Conroys and the Jelanis, and they start a new fresh blood kind of start pumping into the main system now. It's actually very good and very positive because for the men's side, for athletics, we were suffering outside of hurdles and stuff.
Like you're a good coach, and I know you know about recovery. In terms of recovery, what do you expect tomorrow from with the exclusion of of Oblique, what do you expect from the men in terms of performances? Do you see these being matched or they're getting better because you know about
a few of them will get better. A few of them I think will match. It depends on a lot of it depends on how you're conditioned. Like for example, Conroy Jones comes from the same camp as Ronaldo Walcott. So based on what I've seen him do, this is a man that single-handedly won every single 100-meter at champs in 2021. Every single one, class 3, class 2, and class 1. And none of them looked like they had a shot. Well, except for Sashi Dennis. Everyone else didn't look like they had a shot at it. To see Conroy now step to 10 flat, yeah, it looked like it was, a bit of a box shuffle in terms of getting there, but I think he might find something else.
I
am concerned about Akeem Blake, bro. And I'll tell you why. He ran really hard. And that is something you don't want to do in a heat.
Yeah. But
he ran hard, hard to finish, and that's not
as I said, why he ran hard because in panic, and he may have to put out a lot of effort because he execute the race run. Yeah, but
so
the good thing is, hold on. The good thing is that they don't run until tomorrow evening. They have pretty much like 24 hours, as opposed to 12 or 8, to really get him legs flushed. And him with man like Freighton. So Freighton know what it's like to recover from those. Yeah.
All right. So I like that you guys bring up Akeem, right, and his race and what he had to do to recover. Is this a strike against his mental state? Like, it's a heat, and you have to, like, if it's a heat, and you're a 995 man, and you can't find the composure to execute a heat, it's not concerned.
No, it's a learning curve. This is his first.
Yeah,
this is his
too
first
young to
national championship. Yeah, as much as him run 9-9. Remember, they had 2 false starts before, so it's just a matter of getting
gentlemen, this is the heat.
Yeah, it is the heat.
This man go run against Christian Coleman.
He ran really hard. He ran hard. It's good to be concerned because as you know how this thing works. When you run a hard,
let's hope it's not a soft fight.
So you have to hope that he gets a good and recover properly because when you run so hard, it's not easy to come back and repeat that.
I think things will change tomorrow for Akeem Blake though.
I hope so.
Yeah, man.
I think so.
I think so. If it was like, for example, you run a 400 hard no, then Miller come, say, why?
Yeah, but
there's no growth.
No matter how you run your tire, lactic will be up. No matter
no matter exactly. So the recovery is kind of more concern. But yeah, I think, and as I say, I have a lot of faith in his handlers.
Yeah,
Gregory Little is, just as much as a genius with it.
It's nerves and inexperience.
Yeah, nerves and inexperience, and I'm sure.
Like you said, Adrian, at 995, he probably thinks he's faster than the field and has the time to sit in the blocks. That can play in his mind as well. So it's just a little nerves, I think. Because obviously he knows he's faster than the field, and faster than the field don't mean you're going to win, but he understands that he has enough to get back, and probably
that was fight or flight, and that for me that run was fright. It's
good. So, all right, I like how you bring that up. Fight or flight. So is that now a condition of his mental state?
We can't use one scenario.
One race to do that.
Yeah, we can't. We need a better sample pool. Look how much chance we get half.
But Strides make a very important point. Talk about mental toughness and going through. That's why we love champs. Because when you go through champs, you learn a lot. But mental toughness is important, and I'll tell you why. I'm not talking about the physical aspect now, because Floyd, you mentioned that Gregory Little and Michael Frater, who are both experienced, know what they're doing, right? Them come through middle and them come through front. They know.
Right.
But they are not professional mental health providers. And I noticed, to be honest, Akeem looked very frustrated at the race. Him look mad. So you can condition him to be ready again tomorrow physically. But it's good to talk about, we have to talk about these things. Who is going to condition him to shape this up and be mentally ready tomorrow? Because physically, I think he can be ready. But will he be mentally ready? It's a good question. It's a genuine, authentic question to ask.
And I think that's the
and he showed it.
That's the next. I think that's the next advancement that I've seen happen locally among coaching teams within clubs and stuff in terms of having sports psychologists on hand and persons of strong mentorship background just to keep them grounded. And it's as you said, track and field. I would say 80% mental, because if you could be in the best shape of your life, if you're not there mentally, it's not well.
And personally, I believe it's an innate ability. I don't think, I really don't subscribe to the psychologists and the mental coaches.
Yeah, sometimes, but listen, all right, so here's how the psychologists or the mental coaches work. As you say, it's an innate ability. What the mental does sometimes, the mental can be a distraction. So what the psychologists and stuff sometimes do as far as strategy is to turn off the brain so that the innate ability can come up. So they distract your brain on whatever other thing that kind of tune you out mentally so that you're not heavy in the present, and get if being heavy in the present gets you psyched out, then they try to get you out of that, just to allow your ability to come out.
Good. And so the counselor, the therapist, the mental coach, whoever is going to say to you, hey, whenever you get to this point, XYZ works best for you. They're going to figure it out, right? But here's why I'm against it. They give you the tools, but at the end of the day, it's you who have to use those tools, right? Like I can counsel a kid all day and tell him, hey, you know what I mean? This is how you react to such stuff. This is what you can do to counteract certain stuff. It's almost like a crutch. And that is why I don't subscribe to it, even today, right?
Yeah. I know you have trouble counselors, because I have to go up my feet right now. You see, when it comes to counseling, good counselors, right? We give suggestion, right? We give suggestion. We don't tell you what your decision should be, right?
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, when you get a suggestion, you have to know how best it fits you as a person. So
good. So that's my point now. That's my point now, kid. All right, good. I forgot to use a counselor or whatever. After you leave that individual and you put him on that start line, no matter what you had given him before, you could have given him the best of your work. It's still going to be on him. What happens when he chooses not to use those skills?
That is true. Which is why, and the same thing happens with a coach. You can have an athlete out there doing some wicked starts, best shape for your lives. All right, cool, just go there and do the same thing, and then go there and do foolishness. So
Levon, which semis you mean? Hakeem.
Again?
Number one with your
Blake. Because I think being with Blake, he's going to settle down. Obviously, traging partner and mentor. Everything. So if he's with Blake, I expect him. If he cannot settle down with Blake in the race, then Adrian have a big point that is trouble going forward.
But again, I say we can't kill the man with just one situation.
No, I'm just concerned. I'm not saying kill him. I'm just concerned.
No.
You know what?
We're talking about this for about 20 minutes. And one time
no, but it's a good point, because I'm sure
it's a good point, though.
It's a good point.
It's a good point.
I'm sure
Shericka Richardson is a big example why it's a good point.
We believe he's going to be okay physically, but it's good to talk about it.
Because 3-1 and out of shape.
But as I said, when you talk to him for real.
Shericka Richardson is a good example as to why it's a good point.
All right, so I'm back to
it's a good point, because mental toughness is just as important as physical toughness.
So don't take back Shakari's name in a mental toughness and don't let him fool it. Yeah? This is what he looks like.
No!
This is what he looks like. Why the man come to upset us tonight?
Hey,
my bad, Adrian.
Ari.
Right, you were in Texas with us when she won in 10.7. But you know what? This is a distraction. Come on, what about next? I didn't want to go in.
Go ahead, man.
No, right, you were in Texas with us. And we saw a young kid live.
Live and living.
Does she show you anything to suggest that she's mentally weak in any way, shape, or form?
No.
This girl is all over social media. She don't care what the response is. She's going to share her
Female confidence. Something else is up. Well, I don't think his confidence is our issue.
No, sir.
No, but,
So tell us,
but what is off? But what is off then?
She might be overconfident.
Only Jamaica trials.
I give it that.
I don't know waste time, but
No, because of Chris. Chris, bring it up.
how we don't have a Jamaica beautiful trials at top.
I didn't bring it up, sir.
With the disrespectful tell.
That's disrespect, no man.
No, Chris brought it up. We're going to bring up the Kate name in a small conversation.
Gross disrespect. Gross disrespect.
That's disrespectful. But
Make sure she can't run 100, man. She qualified.
we have zoning so much on the 100 meter that we forget about all the other races. But there's also the 400 meter hurdles. I mean, Shelly-Ann someone did look pretty good.
Shelly-Ann looked like Janine Russell looked exceptional. So like she looked like she's in a low 53, going in like 52 shape. Leading up for the last 100 meter out of 4 hurdles. Clayton looked a little bit, Clayton, I think
Rusty.
she looked rusty. The race wasn't clean.
Okay, but I don't think she won the first part. She was literally jogging the first 100.
Yeah, and I think that was her issue.
Yeah, it's hard to judge.
And she doesn't have a flat speed like Shelly-Ann, so you can't do that.
It's hard to
And Shelly-Ann will run you over.
And then also remember with Clayton, and remember that time she missed last year also because of the injury. So she said that doctor had said that had she ran one more race, that would have been it for her career. So I think she's just taking her time to get back into shape.
But I think she ran enough races.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
Yeah, but I think she would. I think it's just a matter of miscalculation. But I'm sure again she's with Ronaldo Walcott. She is a big heart competitor, so she'll leave it all out there. So
54 in the
I'm
heat.
pretty sure she'll come out.
54.
All right. So question. Basically we said Shelly-Ann and Russell look good. So for the third spot.
For the third spot, I would want to. I want to give Clayton third spot.
Okay. Chris, I disagree. And Jeanette.
Yeah, Anjanette is still because she's actually one of the best hurdles coaches in the world.
Yeah, I think you need to come closer to your phone.
Is Ronda White was in that race? Come here, wonder one to her. Ronda White.
She should have been.
I don't remember seeing her in that race. Was she?
Nope.
No, she never showed. No.
Never showed.
I think no.
She wasn't.
Ronda White 56-50. Pelican struck out.
Actually, she was.
You say you always strides, What happened about the time? We just ask if she had a race.
In track and field, your time and your name is one.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, so there it is. As you can see, Shelly-Ann someone has the fastest time in terms of qualifiers, 54.10. Anjanette is second with 54.55. Rochelle is third with 54.67. Then Genevieve at 55.04. Kamisha Chambers 56.03. Ronda White 56.0.
56.
Yeah. 56 when they have people like Sydney McCacken, first race of the season, 51.6.
Hey, let me just kind of go a little bit out of our region for a while. I know everybody on this Sydney McCacken and the first run from the season on 51.
That white girl flight.
You see that girl named Ball?
Yes.
That European girl named Ball.
Coming
Trust
for
and believe she's not coming third again.
Yeah, she's not coming. All right, so listen, I'm a big fan of Ball, and Kims can tell you that. However,
She ain't winning though.
I'm going to be realistic. Ball cannot beat Sydney. Cannot.
But she going to beat Mark.
Remember that Mohammed is not.
She going to come second.
Mohammed is there.
Yeah, but she going to show because she have a free pass, so she got to take that. But she Ball. Every run Ball runs, she gets better. And my thing for Ball is is I always have followed the dark horses, and I always watch the progression in terms of how they improve and the rate at which they improve it. And her rate of improvement is just as big as her rate of improvement in the 4 hurdles is very similar to Santos from Brazil for the men's side. Yes, so I would never count her out. And for me, if anybody have a bad day, she take it.
Realistically, I don't see us getting a medal in the hurdles this year.
No, that is for 4 hurdles.
For women and men, realistically, it's just not.
Why you talk about the man them for fam?
If somebody drop.
For the four hurdles, women I believe is a personal best kind of thing. You go out there if you run your personal best, you get your personal best, you feel good about yourself.
You made a final.
Yeah, man, somebody's watching the at the same time.
Somebody have a
Sound like a youth Trilix.
negative.
Sound like a youth.
It's good now.
Alright, good now, man, good.
Yeah, but yeah, so I think is a whichever representative you send, I think does get a personal bit, get yourself to the fight.
No, and you know, funny, as a coach, I'll never tell an athlete to go there for that. I don't care who you are. 8 people in a race, you go there for win.
All right, Coach Corey, perfect. This is what I want to get. When you have an athlete, because listen, as coaches, as human beings, we know at times this athlete not good enough to win. We know that. What is your strategy when you know, say, boy, like your girls at immaculate, you know, say, all right, hey, they're going up against, the twins. And you know, say, well, the twins are. What is your talk path to these athletes?
So I have one athlete that has been, a standout athlete this year, and she has had a couple run-ins with the cleans. And I think by her second run, she came and she said, "Coach, them not beat me as far as before." You see, that sort of mentality. So that is what you want. Yeah, my thing is always like, all right, such a pass. So every time you run against that person, try to chop it down. Chop down the gap in terms of how far she made you. The aim is to get to her. Yeah, it might not happen this season, but the work that you put in this season will determine how you face up against the next season. So at no point you should back down or concede, because the worst case scenario out of losing that race is you get a PB.
Oh, okay. All right. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And for example, Stradix, you're mute. And for example, Quarry, like a JAAA height now in that 4 hurdles, right? Remember at Olympics he fell, and I think he was on.
He was on good shape,
getting something big in that race, right?
Definitely.
How can we, I see him run today, and he looks motivated, but he had opened up that he felt some depression, he felt some stuff, not accomplishing or not reaching the heights that he thought that he should be at, right? So again, we just ask you as a coach, as somebody with experience, what can we do to propel this athlete? Because we see JAAA coming up in the ranks from prep school, right? From prep school, we see JAAA coming up, and we thought that JAAA can be great, and he's still a fairly young man, and he still has times where he can be great. But what is it that is, I guess what I'd ask, what is it that is lacking for a JAAA height, for example?
I won't say he's lacking. I think what happened over the course, as a junior, he stood out. The Warholm, Santos, he beat all of them at World Juniors. Twice. You get me? So he is, but say it's just a matter of them just find a gear. Whether it is a change in coach or a method or whatever. And
Or a pin.
Or a pin. But I don't think he went through a few transitions when he left Coach Harley, which I think was doing a great job with him. And then he went to MVP for a little bit. And then now he's with O'Keel. Which was a former coach at Clayton, and I respect O'Keel as a coach. Very knowledgeable guy, and somebody passionate about the sport and athletes. And I think where he is right now, and where because last year, as I said, without that drop, it would have been something special. But that is hurdles. That is something that you have to come to terms with. Yeah,
But
most
coach, I'm not sure if you spot the difference between last year and now. You realize that he has put on more body.
Yeah.
Because if you look
Yeah,
at him now, you see way more body mass on. All right.
so it could have equal in terms of him getting stronger.
Yes,
Yes,
and that is what a few commentators were pointing out, that
yeah.
it's a good thing for him, because if you realize that the guys that are dominating events right now, generally their body is
And
well built.
I had a
But
conversation with one of my athletes the other day. Like, she have an aim to run a particular time in the hurdles. And I said, all right, so look at all the athletes that's running that time, and then look at yourself. So, and it's hard to
You
say.
can tell us the athletes, there's no more champs coaches watching. You can tell us the athletes at the time.
I won't disclose.
But there's other factors that people have to consider in the sport of track and field. When it comes on to certain athletes, like height, for example, people have to understand that they might put in the work, but there are other factors outside that they're doing that affect them on the track, right? Some of these young athletes like him, they're young, and not criticizing them, because you have to encourage every athlete. Sometimes they take up other life that affects their track life. Sometimes people have family. Sometimes these young men have children or kids that we don't know about, and sometimes they have wives or girlfriends giving them problems. These are things that will affect you on the track. Notice Coach Floyd make mention of Oblique, how Oblique is a focus athlete, and the coach can call him and he's there. These are things that need to be successful. These are factors that people have to consider. And so athletes like JAAA, they have a lot of outside factors, and the O'Hara, they have outside factors that affect them when it comes to. So there are things that we don't know about. They could do the work all they want. They have to fix the outside factors.
Yeah, they have external. They all have external challenges. I always say all athletes are unique. They have their own unique challenges. Everybody have their own pros and their own cons. But I think Jail is in a good place, and as the more he runs, and I think the better he progresses. And I find that to be a common thing with athletes under the tutelage of the team, is that they run into shape, which is evident on his part, because he started out the season with 50 points, ran like 50 points 2 times, I think, on a diamond jacket, then got a 49, and I see him come on another comfortable 49.5 again. So that I am hoping and looking forward to a sub 48 for him in the finals. Once should he get that push, to kind of really put him in the conversation of a final at the World Championship.
Give him a 48.5 fly. You're giving him 48.5 for the finals.
Yeah, give him 48.5. Yeah, man. I want a sub 48.
I don't say the 48.5. Why? If you look at the heats, right, it did run the first let's say 400 to 250, and then for the remainder of the race, it's like the man was struggling. You could see it. So
you can't.
You're watching a different race from week.
You can't just try it like that. I've seen Jai run over the years. You can't watch him eat, you can't watch himself, because Jai is. Remember, this is the same man that would play Manning Cup and dig up Pullman's from a 3-0 deficit and carry him out. Like, him is a championship. You get me? When him down and out, he will find it. So, and that is one of the things. You can't.
I think I want to quarry.
You cut off the wrong man. You cut off Kate when it looked like it was.
Yeah, one of the quarry one.
Apply, they have a feel.
go ahead now.
Yeah, no, I say Jail has always been a championship athlete. So I wouldn't count him out in terms of running 48.5 or faster.
Okay. I don't see it, but yeah, time will tell. In regards to the men now, 800 meter, there it is in terms of the ones that qualified for the finals. Navas Anderson was the fastest, and I mean, yeah, it just looked okay. Parkinson ran 149, Harris Road and those guys, but I wasn't really impressed by them in the heats. But I guess we'll actually see different come the final, hopefully.
The young man from He looked like he had a breed.
Not here in the farm.
Welcome to the brother from Jamaica.
Javon Blake.
Blake, welcome to him in the heat.
He actually finished third.
No, him look like something that happened to him before the race.
At the start of the
At
race.
the beginning, he was like,
Something like him couldn't breathe or something, some minor issue.
yeah.
That affected him somewhat.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the run at 147 or some 147.
Hoping for that too.
Okay, I was concerned about Fox. Jack run 146 earlier. Earlier, and I thought he was gonna look much better, but I think that he had an injury or something because he didn't look flat.
Yeah, he was. I was expecting more from him.
Yeah, I think he's coming off an injury. Isn't he coming off an injury?
Who that?
Pocket.
Yeah, they did mention that in the one of the analysts did mention.
I think he would have made a good race of it, but why?
All right. Coach, it seems like a European is passing your backload, man. We just keep on hearing voo right in the backload. So
No, but even when in mute, you're still here.
yeah.
Yeah, man, Adrian. Oh, still here.
My mic was muted. I don't know. And I have no electronics around.
All right. So apparently, Chris, I know say your background.
I tell you, say, man.
Yeah, Chris, I hear one, man.
Well, flight gone.
Yeah. But I tell you guys looking forward to tomorrow.
What?
Like in terms of a performance that will just wow you guys. Like, yeah, when I come here, just
Shericka Jackson 10-6. Win it 10-6.
Look no further than the women 100 meter and the men 100 meter tomorrow. You should get some lightning performances for the winners.
okay, fair. Question I want to ask as well. I was watching the high jump for women. Now, you know that Lamar this thing has already qualified in terms of the mark that she has jumped 1.97 and the qualification standard is 1.96. Now there's Kimberly Williamson. Now tell me if I'm being an ass or was the coach an ass? So all right. She already has won the competition in terms of the Jamaica national title, seeing because Lamar this thing has failed the height. No, you haven't jumped the world qualification standards. You have 3 jumps remaining. Do you as a coach allow her to jump over 1.91 or do you go after the world qualification standards, knowing that the cutoff point is the 28th of this month?
I mean, but she's already qualified, right?
No, she hasn't.
Kimberly hasn't qualified yet.
Oh, Kimberly Williamson. Okay.
Yeah, she hasn't qualified yet. And the coach, instead of making her go for the height, the opposite. Fly, that
doesn't make no sense.
No, make Fly answer that. Me would have liked
Coach, coach, I don't think it was your background, man.
Ask Fly the question.
I don't honestly. I would have make her go fit. Based on where unless it's a case where you have meets, and it could be a case where Alexander style. The conversations could be much not necessarily food. I said, all right, and you try to see if you can, I guess, scramble a meet between next week and 20. So I don't know when, but I remember at the same time, it's not just World Championships that's happening this year. You have two other try of Commonwealth also, which is something that they could have probably did.
Please. Commonwealth is big people character. Nobody wants to go to Commonwealth.
You'll be surprised.
Commonwealth by default.
You'll be surprised. No, and you can, do you know that Commonwealth is like a...
Only USA missing, that's the major factor, and 1 and 2 European countries. Commonwealth are good meat. Stop it, man.
Commonwealth is a major champion.
Commonwealth are major.
I mean, we're in the Commonwealth...
An Indian man with curl up boot?
Oh, the best distance when they come from here. Now, Kenya have the best distance.
Wow. Hello. You're not them best come to Commonwealth either.
It is just missing the US.
So disrespectful.
Big people character. Nobody wants to go to Commonwealth Games, Bridget.
No,
You know how bad Commonwealth game is? That is the only gold medal a Safa pull up. That is how terrible Commonwealth game is. Was it LeRon Clark a Commonwealth champion or Kemar Bailey a Commonwealth champion?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a big
So
title.
that is the level of Commonwealth.
No, we can't negate it, fam. But at the same time, if she don't make the standard, she can come on with.
So, that is her level. That's where she at right now. But don't I hope that meat has not big meat. That is not a big meat.
No, but nobody made a statement. Nobody came out saying that Commonwealth is bigger than World Champs.
No,
What
but
I
when,
was
come up,
saying-
when you say, don't forget that there's other meats out there. And like,
Yeah, which is why,
Commonwealth.
which actually could have been an aim. Remember, also as a coach, especially with events like that, you cannot expect if the person's PB is 190, 190, or 189, and you
Coach.
expect them to jump 196.
Coach Q, please don't let me draw for this nose. Let's be serious about this. You are going to take up an athlete and say, our goal is to go to the Commonwealth Games next year?
That could be it.
Maybe that's the goal. Who knows?
That could be it.
That could be
That
the
could
goal.
We're setting the bar low, man. We're setting the bar very low.
No, and it's not. It's low is one, but all right. When you reach that point, like you're at this point of the season, you're almost at the end, and this is where the athlete is. What?
Let me ask you a
What
question.
can you do?
Let me ask you a question. Kems have this discussion with me. In the conversation of GOAT, have you ever heard anyone say, "Oh well, he have 5 Commonwealth medals"?
No.
Never.
Funny enough,
Never.
funny enough, my namesake,
Right.
Mr. Donald Quarry,
Right.
has the most Commonwealth victories over the 100. So we're to
And
the
nobody
point,
remembers that except you, who was.
No,
is
we
it there?
remember. We remember that. Right. We remember.
but to the point where he is like a honorary ambassador for Commonwealth now or whatever. But at that time, Commonwealth was a lot more attractive and bigger than it is now. But it doesn't negate the fact that it is still, and you cannot compare Commonwealth to character, fam. Come on.
I said big people character, so character for the adults.
No,
Not
under
a big
23 a big people character. Under
big
23 a big people character. Under 23 a big people character, not Commonwealth.
Under 23 is more prestigious than Commonwealth.
Yeah, man.
Because at
He's
least
a
we're
man.
racing against America.
You is a man.
No, we compete against America in the
so
under 23.
America is the standard. So America is the
No,
standard.
but they produce best, the next to best.
Oh, they produce the best. That's what I
The
said.
next to best, meaning,
Oh,
if
no,
it's
no,
not
no.
us, them.
Oh, really? So you negate everybody else in the world?
No, let's be honest. Come on, gentlemen. Let me explain something.
No, but I don't like, just for example, say you think the African Championships was foolish this Saturday.
Which one?
They had the African Championships. They had African Championships Saturday.
You mean the one that Omanyala won in 9? What
Yeah,
was it?
when he beat CJ
Sibini.
Sibini, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you think that is foolishness?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's not foolishness to them.
So the European Championships are foolishness to them.
No, it's not. No, we're talking about Europe.
Then, bro. No, bro.
No.
Then I rest my case. Moving on.
So you guys think the African Championship is on the level of the European Championship?
Is that
It
important?
Their silence in the room now?
It is
No.
important to each. It is important to the Europeans as much as it's important to the Africans. You cannot. And the thing about it, you can't tell a man when he win a Commonwealth medal or whatever that you're not good or whatever. Yeah,
I can say that.
that.
No, you're not good.
You have a medal. You have a Commonwealth medal.
It don't matter
Okay.
if I have one. That is
Okay.
like you have a lawnmower in your yard. You must say everybody in the world have a lawnmower. Me just borrow my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody
So-
have a lawnmower. Like me
So-
have a lawnmower, me have a yard. Me just borrow Sapleton one.
So tell the people, I know Asian Russia, and it is best that we move on from this topic.
All right. So while the show was going on, I created a poll, and yeah, as expected, this was the result. So ask the question based on what we saw in the heats of the men 100 meter, who they expect to win. And there was actually 128 votes.
Well, so much. You will get so much.
Johan Blake.
You will get so much. Yes.
Yes, man.
It must be Odian must be the one that vote for Conroy Jones. Odian, the dude that was here. He voted for Conroy Jones.
One man vote for Conroy.
Understand that fans of track and field are visual people, you know. Fans
are fans. Yes.
Track and field are visual people. They don't talk based on how we are analyzing things. They don't see. If they see you go there and run fast and see you go win, that's just how they look at it.
Yeah, and say him look good.
Yeah, him look good, man. Him look impressive. But you can't go no faster.
That sounds like
So I have a question, right? I have a question, and this is definitely hypothetical. But let's say, obviously, Oblique Seville the overwhelming favorite, right? Let's say summer happen, fall start. Do we still bring Seville to the World Championships?
There's room. JAAA has created room for that.
Don't say that word, fam.
There's room for it.
Listen,
There's room for it. If you follow the history and track and field as a history, right? Dating back to Merlin Atty and Beverly McDonald and Peter Gatehouse. Now, at the end of that is a unique history, right? Because Beverly McDonald was the one that finished third.
Oh, most
right?
definitely.
And after that whole dilemma, I'm not going to go into it. After that whole dilemma, they created a system where only the first two people is really guaranteed. You know, the third place is up to the discretion of the head, based on you maintaining performances and performing at a certain level. So people have to understand that Jamaica Trials is still the first two. Third place, yes, you're kind of in, you have 1 foot in, but still, it's still up to the selective committee or selection committee discretion. So if that should happen, they still go for it. So yeah,
if it was up to Lavan carry 2 for the men's 100 meter.
No, man, Conroy Jones, man, give me a chance.
Okay, so you want to go for the relay. Okay.
How we skip the juniors?
Somebody just asked.
Coach Cole, Anthony Henry asking, do you see Serena Cole upsetting the Twins tomorrow? I think she can.
I honestly, when I saw her 11-17, that girl jogged from the long jump pit after I think doing 2 jumps to the 100-meter mark, set her blocks, and run 11-17. And then go right back to the pit. So I think, based on how every race that she has run against the Twins thus far, like from I think from the same from character trials, where she scared them out of the blocks, and then think they have to come, Clayton have to come down chasing. I think it might be a case where she might run out of real estate.
Are you surprised Liston is not running in the 100? Anybody slide?
Surprise who?
Liston, Brianna.
No. She's listed for the 100. No? I think she's listed for the 100 and the 200.
Just the two.
She's not in the start list for the 100. I'm almost certain.
I'm surprised.
Right. Give me a second, let me check.
All right. In the meantime, between time, let me ask you a question, Coach Q. Let me tell you, Coach Q, I don't know if you were watching on the stream last night, but
I missed that one there.
Stridex took a shot at you last night. Just to let you know, right? He took a shot at you.
Really?
Right? But let me ask you, Corey. There have been talks about putting Shelly-Ann Fraser on the first leg of the 4x1, and we know you were a super starter for many years at obviously the great North Street institution, right? However, I am of the belief that if you put Shelly starting the relay, I think you kind of minimize her greatness. I think you kind of minimize her effect. You as a starter, what are your thoughts on that?
I think Shelly of this decade is a different Shelly. So this Shelly has
she is a part of the 100 meter.
Yeah, man, I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I think Shelly is a mid to top end sprinter now. So her start is still good, but I would think, especially on whichever 4 you carry, I think Brianna met the team or Kevona Nelson met the team, I think they would do good. The starter suit them more justice and have Shelly run somewhere else.
All right, and
Kev, you saw her blow Brianna Williams out the blocks today, right?
You
saw her blow Brianna Williams out the blocks, right?
You mean Brianna Williams blow her out the blocks?
They were.
Come on, fam.
No, the start. Brianna had her. They were. She was right.
Brianna had her at the start. Brianna blew Shelly out the blocks. Come on, Stradley. What are you talking about?
You know what? I don't want to start any argument, so leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it. Finals must run, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, but we're talking about what has happened, and she did.
No, him never see the replay. When he watch it again after this, he must see.
But kid, I'm telling you, Brianna is running the 100-meter, man.
Yeah, Liston running both.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
There it is.
Good. I thought she was.
I still say Serena Cole. You know what Serena Cole remind me of? So remember in the heydays of Camperdown when you had Chicken and you had Rose and Dwyer and stuff. The least expected or anticipated person to step up out of that group was Dwyer, and that is the only person that really transitioned.
But you know what I'm looking forward to, even though we're anticipating the seniors tomorrow. Fam, just check the listing of this. Tina Clayton, Tia Clayton, Brianna Liston, Alana Reid, Shericka Hill, Serena Cole. That's going to be a 100-meter to see, fam.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't leave out Alexis James either.
That's
Who's
fire.
Who's a 10-9?
It will happen. In fact, champs, the win that champs rob us after 10-9. I feel that strongly.
It was. Yeah, and I was so disappointed because the win changed just before for the class one.
Exactly.
Like it wasn't supposed to.
It's going to be a 10-9.
Every other race. It could be.
So I'm saying 10-9 tomorrow?
Yep.
I believe it will happen.
Providing the conditions are right.
Seemingly they are. So we're giving the win to.
After the semifinals. Yeah. You have to see the semifinals. Absolutely. You absolutely have to see the semifinals.
Levon, Cade is a man with leveraging bets, Him don't want to put him name out there early. Him want to see something first. No, just call the ass from early, brethren.
I love Brianna. I love Brianna Liston. I just love her start. I like her fluidity. She reminds me a lot like Merlin at the back in the day. But she have something Merlin never have. She have a start.
So she's going to be a bronze queen then.
No.
She have a start. She'll be a silver queen.
So she's going to be a bronze queen, is what you think, Cade.
Merlin missed a start, Merlin have a start. Merlin have a whole heap of gold medal. She never have a start. You can't run down people in 100 meters. You have to get out.
All right, Anthony is saying that Tiana Bartoletta Shericka reminds him of her.
Shericka Hill. Shericka Hill is a bad piece of girl, Don't forget, Shericka ran 11-1 for class 2.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
There's no limit to her. I don't think there's any limit to her. She's special. You know that junior
out of everybody there, the Claytons, the Listons, and the most two dangerous girls I see in that group is Shericka Hill and Serena Cole.
I agree with your flag.
For some reason I like Alana. I think
Alana
her form is all over the place here, but you can get somebody smooth out her technique.
Alana just champ.
But when I talk about the relay, I want to talk about really have gone back on something. I don't understand. Because the relay argument, me just think that Elaine had a problem in Jamaica 4x1 for long. Me love her and she fast.
Hold on, make him come back. When him come back.
Wait, you have to make Kems come back. Come on.
Yeah, wait.
Hey, pay attention. Kade is saying something. Pay attention.
You heard after Jamaica's 4x1 problem.
Yes.
It's the great Elaine Thompson-Herah. She just don't have that. If them take her out, we'll break the world record. Take her out and put anybody else the world record. I love Elaine, don't get me wrong, and she quick. But when it comes on to really just missing all the pieces to be aggressive and to get the button around.
Excellent.
She just appear foolish.
Just like how Safa is not part of the men's world record. I understand.
You know, see, I really wish she run what she not do today. Prove me wrong.
I agree.
I can all the races that you run. I want to run without a run faster.
Personally, I think we had the recipe to break the world record last year.
Long time we have the recipe. Elaine have to get it together. I don't know if it's because she never come up through the ranks like some of us at champs and have that little aggression, but she doesn't have to be aggressive. Just have to want it.
Kid, today is June 23rd, and I can bet you this is the best thing you have said all year. Best thing, bro. June 23rd is when you come good. We need to mark this date and celebrate that kid here. Respond, kid.
No,
Where would you put Elaine on a 4x4? Where is she best suited?
So funny.
Anybody? Where is she?
I actually agree with Kate for, and I said it last night. For the 4x1 at the Olympics, I think she was at fault. I don't know where she was running to. I don't know where she was rushing to. But she run out of almost run out of the zone and all kind of madness. And I think, when you're trying to go for a world record and so, and you guys know, Corey know, Strider, y'all know, is the little things that you must, when I'm watching Immaculate change that button, I know that it's Corey do that because when Corey was at Georges and we know where they go at Georges. But when I see Elaine run out before Brianna even reach the marker, I'm see Brianna ball out, reach, and so by the time Elaine forget the button, I already know so there's no world record. The only thing I'm praying for is that we don't get disqualified because that would have been really, really bad.
She never want Shelly get the world record. Bad mind.
No. But where would you put in? Michael, and you guys remember Michael Blackwood in 4x4, where he had the legs in the flat 4, but we don't know what to do with him in a 4x4. And I know this guy, he's a good guy, but 4x4, you need the aggression. That's why the Danny McFarlanes and those guys were so special because they were aggressive and Gregory Hart. Yep. They would run 45 and split 43.
Really demons.
I don't know where to put Elaine. I'm thinking in my head, maybe we should put her in the start. Right now, probably the anchor are the best.
Yeah, I think the anchor would suit her best.
Yeah, probably the anchor are the best place right now. But then, if you put her at the anchor, where does Shericka go?
Put Shelly-Ann third, if that's the case. Shelly have the speed for catch her to run out.
The main problem with this team, and looking at it from like a coach perspective, is we have too much top-end runners. So Shelly now a top-end sprinter. Elaine's a top-end sprinter. Shericka is a top-end sprinter. So you don't have like somebody boom explosive. Like that's why I say I use like a Brianna or Kemba for the first leg. And you need one more explosive person for a third leg. Not somebody that when transition and build up into it. You want somebody that is boom right there and can get the top speed instantly. And that is how I balance relays.
You guys follow stats, and I know you might follow stats. You guys know that the fastest leg, and I am going to look it up again, that has ever been run out of the blocks. If I'm not mistaken, it was 2000. That leg, it might be up there, yes. Her start, because they time these things. You have to look at stats.
Everything is there.
I wonder, like Veronica for years, they couldn't get Veronica on a third leg, and we still don't have an athlete today that can run a bend like Veronica. And it took a while for them to get her to understand that's her best position. Shelly's best position, whether we believe it or not, is out of the blocks. But where are the missing pieces? Because nobody can come out of the blocks like Shelly. And Brianna is not bad now, but Shelly still have the
Brianna is not bad, but Shelly still have. Shelly is always a good starter. So even if she have a tap in, it doesn't compromise her start.
Didn't Merlin have to run 10.5 or something like that on an anchor leg in 1996 Olympics?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So there are stats there for legs that show you where people are best suited. And I'm not just want to see the stats for what Elaine has done because I like Elaine, but I just don't feel like she fit in at the middle of the relay.
Put Elaine and anchor. Okay.
Yeah, anchor might be a sphere for you.
But in the midst of that, where now you put Shericka? Because to me, Shericka is not a good button passer.
Put her up on the third leg, but in back stretch rather. Make sure do something.
Give her the longer.
Well, yeah, that is what I proposed last night. Since she is a slow poke in terms of getting off, then knowing that Brianna is a fast incoming runner, then it would probably take a little bit easier transition for the button change. So It could actually work, yeah.
Coach them have a hard job. Coaches have
It's a difficult relay to put together. There are so many variables, and like, you know what I mean, you never know.
There's a lot to consider.
Yeah,
man.
there's a lot of variables.
And I think one thing I can tell you from my experience as a running on relays and coaching relays, chemistry is a big part.
Yep.
Somebody says
you know,
Shelly don't run well and start. Shelly has the fastest start out there statistically. I think go and check 2008 Olympic when we dropped the back. Nobody has fly the blocks as fast to date. So the stats show that she's a good start.
Don't forget, was it 2008 or 2012 when Bartoletta destroyed her on that first leg? Which year was that? That was the year when the US broke the world record, by the way.
Yeah, out of lane one. Lane one? No. They qualified out of lane one.
Who started that really?
No, Shelly, no. Bartoletta could not destroy Shelly nowhere, no how.
Bartoletta can destroy Shelly.
Oh man, somebody else is thinking about.
No, I'm going to
check the stats.
Stridex. I'm going to send you the video in the chat so you can watch it again. Absolutely destroyed.
Is Shelly?
Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Yep. She won the 100-meter that year.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not that. Oh, I mean World Championships. World Championships,
it's probably World Champions. One of them. Yeah, probably World Champions.
London them broke the world record, man. USA broke the world record at London, wasn't it?
At London. When the men broke it. Yeah.
Which year was that?
London.
2012. I think
2012.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah, that was.
Shelly anchor. Shelly never anchored.
No, it's not anchor woman.
It's who anchored it.
Anchor woman, wasn't it Shelly to Muscle Shelly to Karen to.
No, man, you're not sure, man. Go check out and come back.
No, man, you check it. No, we're not sure.
I tried to style the big athlete.
No, but a real talk, and even because I have Bartoletta's friends on Facebook, and even one day she post the video again and said memories.
Alright, Shelly actually started it.
Yeah.
But guys, Shelly
wasn't
happy to start that year. You know that, right? You know front of the belly.
Alright.
Shelly never wanted to start the year. No, remember no.
Yeah.
Shelly never wanted to start that year. Remember, chemistry is the important thing, you know. Shelly never wanted to start the race that year. And Front never wanted Shelly to start the race. Remember that. You know, when Big Belly Front of talk.
Kate, not going to give you an excuse now. Why not going to come
move from the side? If you're not happy, you're not going to run well.
What?
If you're not happy, you're not going to run well. And you guys know that.
Man, not going to give you an excuse. We don't want to hear
But listen, I can't second that because from my experience at champs, when I start releasing my run against man with final and win medal at champs,
I beat all of them.
I beat them. So it just comes to some with some people put a button in them on.
Yes.
And it's a different animal.
Karen anchored the year. Karen.
Yeah, Karen. Yeah.
It wasn't Bartoletta though.
They were making an argument.
Tiana Madison was actually the one who started that.
Tiana Madison started. Yeah, it was Bartoletta did not know. Like it was Madison to what's her name? Allison, right?
Yeah, Madison was up her skin on that first start. Though.
Yeah, and then to Bartoletta, then to what's her name?
Jetta. Yeah. Former fastest personal life. She used to have it on her Instagram. She
take it off.
It's kind of strange how quickly she exited the sport after that.
Actually, I know that Bartoletta never ran though.
So
it was Madison to Felix to Bianca.
She ran the heats.
Yeah, in the heats, but in the finals.
What the girl name again?
Bianca Knight was the one who ran the third leg.
Oh, okay.
No. What they call it? Hookah start the race. Hookah running another race, you know.
Marsha Vet.
Probably run the heats.
I don't remember.
Probably run the heats.
But I think I'm going to call it a night right here. I'm just going to get a minute from each of you guys because we're up on the 2 hour mark. It was a successful show. We had over 100 views at one point. It's wonderful.
Like and subscribe. I have to tell people, like and subscribe and come again.
I'm sure I'll say it all the time. But yeah, man, we'll be here to do it all over tomorrow again. Some will be celebrating, and depending on what happens tomorrow, a man who just jump off will probably not turn up. Yeah, I know that man. You know.
I'm waiting for it.
A minute for you guys each. Adrian, a minute to talk about anything else.
Shakira more talk about.
Anything else?
Yes,
Shakira is 22 years old. She has time. She has time. Well, everybody said Brianna is 20 and she have time. Well, she have time. Yes or no? Yeah, thank you very much.
She have
That's
time,
all.
10.7.
You're right. She's got time to. She got time.
She got
You
time to
don't
run.
wake up and run 10-7. That's pure talent.
Can't deny it.
Hypocrite, all right? Hypocrite.
Why am I a hypocrite?
And she ran a couple times in her life, so sure.
Yes.
Fireworks tomorrow. Fireworks. I expect
All right, so that's it for you.
Fireworks
Yes.
in the one tomorrow. I'm expecting some fireworks.
Yeah, actually, I think Tiana Madison is the same Tiana Bartoletta. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She pick and choose when she want to use the Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's the announcers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Coach, here a minute. Appreciate the time, man.
Yeah, man, no problem. It was a healthy discussion. I like the I call it now. I call it the lawyers and the cross examination. Yeah. But looking forward to tomorrow. Expecting some good performances. As a coach, I love to see when athletes perform well. So, happy to see the young men perform well today. As I say, always my heart seeing the men stepping up comparing to, the previous years. So just looking forward and hoping that they keep the same sort of trajectory going into tomorrow. And we'll just have some good, healthy races.
All right.
All right, Kid.
Well, I must start with the disappointment. The disappointment was that our best junior sprinters were kind of MIA in the 100-meter heats. I thought that was kind of not good. Level and others, I think 3 of the best.
Actually, it was just level.
Level? On level or level well.
Remember that two of them actually pulled up, man. DeAndre Daly and
Newbie, I think, had the most promising because he has been.
Yeah. So that was a disappointment.
I love the late bloomers, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but the good side is that the men show up and they showed up and showed out.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting some fireworks tomorrow. I think something special is gonna happen. When the guru speaks, never take it lightly. So I think something special is gonna come in the 100-meter for men. Shericka Jackson, I don't know what to say about her just yet. I know she's gonna be good, but I want to see her semi-final first before I make a call on her. If she's gonna do something special, I'll tell you after the semi. But as of right now, the men expect something special.
All right. I say thanks to all of the gentlemen that were on the panel. Chris, Adrian, Cade, Coach, Kems, must have forgetting one person. Odian. Yeah,
Odian.
Fellow jumped in for a bit. But yeah, big up to you, the commenters. Without you, we're nobody because it's you who do this for, and without you guys, we're boring, to be honest, because you guys keep us entertained. So yeah, we appreciate all of you, and big up to the producer behind the scenes that share this to every possible place you could possibly share it. Big up yourself, Dashguard. And until tomorrow, we'll see you guys again. Hopefully, we see a 10.6 and a 9.6. That's it. All right, big up.
All right.